Yes. Yes.
We got stranded.
So yeah, they
got stranded.
They paid for the cabs. They paid for the cab. They paid for the flight. They paid for the hotel. They gave us food.
Okay, can we talk about how we got stranded? Like, Spirit took our flights. We got stranded. Can we do a story time? Huh? Can we?
Ain't for everybody.
I see your jealousy as you're watching. You're watching. It's kinda sexy to me.
Please pick up your phone on the request line.
Hey y'all, what's going on? So as y'all can see by the title of this video, this is a story time video. I'm excited. It's is it my first story time? I think so. Let's just say it is. Okay, now we had a beautiful vacation. Okay, Carnival. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that footage. I posted one video, but I have so much stuff to put together, but this one needed to come before any of those videos, so I will link the first video down in the description bar, but stay tuned for the rest of the Carnival footage, okay? Because we had a great time on Carnival. I can honestly, I don't have babe on her nose. I honestly don't have anything negative to say about Carnival. Like, it was great. Here to Fort Lauderdale. We got back here to Fort Lauderdale yesterday.
Really, nigga?
Yesterday. Yeah. So this video is about Spirit Airline. I honestly can't say anything negative about Spirit. I feel like it is what it is. It's a basic fare. You paying for your seat. You paying to get there and back. If you need bags, you gotta pay for that. If you need anything else, you gotta pay for that. If you want snacks, you gotta pay for that. It is what it is. It's good, it's cheap, and it works when you are on a budget. It works for me. I don't have anything negative to say about them. So, yesterday we got to Fort Lauderdale Airport. We got off the boat. We got to the airport about 10:30-ish, maybe. We checked in. We checked in online in the lift, and when I was checking in my son, it said that the flight was overbooked. And would you want to be put on the list and some other fine print, yada 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 yada. And I'm like, no, because we came together, we're flying back together. Boom. So I let Babe know, and I'm like, hey, this flight is overbooked. And she's like, how do you know? And I'm like, well, I was checking them in and yada 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 yada. So she's like, okay. Now remember that. So we get to the airport, and we're, getting our bags, our tags for our bags. And I asked the customer service representative, I'm like, okay, so when it's overbooked, what happens? Like, how does that work if you are one of the people who would volunteer to take another flight? So she said, well, you give them your name, and you go to the gate, and you wait for your flight, and, you do the whole thing you're supposed to do. You wait for your regular flight, but if they need you, then they'll let you know, hey, we need you, and they'll pull you off the flight. I'm like, it's 4 of us. It's kind of an inconvenience. You know what? Nope. That's fine. We checked in super early. We checked in, like I said, we checked in like 10:30. Our flight wasn't until like 8:00 p.m. Yeah, so we were super early. We weren't worried about missing our flight, and we were actually anxious to get home. So there was no need for us to really put our name on a list to want to get whatever they're trying to give away with this don't fly out now, fly out tomorrow type of thing, right? But we are here today in Fort Lauderdale, not in Vegas. So, we took the deal, right? So as time goes on, we're getting ready, they're calling zones, and, everybody come in to board the plane, and you're lined up, and then they make this announcement. Anyone wishing to volunteer to give their seat up, we're willing to give you $1,250 Wait a minute. $1,250 flight vouchers. So I'm like, okay, that's not bad. Let me go find out what it is. So I'm sitting here, I'm talking to Babe. I said, you know what? Let me go see what exactly are they talking about. I asked her if she would be willing to, maybe go on another flight. And she's like, babe, we've been at this airport all day, and it's like I'm ready to go. She's not. She's not trying to hear that. Me, on the other hand, I'm just thinking like, I send the kids back to Newark every summer and almost every other holiday. I'm like, do you know what I could do with $1,250 in travel vouchers? Yeah. So I go to the counter. I get to the counter. I'm asking the lady. I said, what is the fine print? What am I missing? She said, well, it's $1,250 in travel vouchers. You have to use it within a year. You will be on the next flight, which is tomorrow. You'll be on Delta Airline, going from here to Vegas, leaving at 2 p.m. I'm like, okay, so everybody who gives up their seat gets $1,250. Correct. Okay, so this flight leaves tomorrow. Wait a minute. I've been in this airport since about 10:30. I'm not standing here any longer. I'm just like restless. I'm ready to lay down. I want to relax. I want to shower. I want to yada, 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 yada. She was like, oh no, we'll put you up in a hotel. Really? Okay, wait a minute. We've been here all day. We didn't eat. Lies. We didn't eat. Oh no, we'll give you food. Sis. What? Okay. Because, y'all, my luck is never set up like that. Okay, my luck is never set up like that. All right, you know what? Let me see, because how much is it going to cost for us to get to the hotel? Oh no, we'll provide the transportation. What exactly is holding us back? Nothing. And my little cousins, they have the dogs. Shout out to Diamond Lene. Yeah. We should probably just take this. So after convincing her that, hey, this is a pretty good deal, we could go on vacation on Spirit. All we have to do is get a hotel. I had to kind of sell it. So she was down. She was like, okay, cool, no problem. Cool. We got some maps. 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 Okay, so now we get to the customer service counter and we're asking the guy, basically the same thing the lady told us. We're asking him, what's the fine print? What's the catch? What is going on? He basically gives us the rundown. Same thing she said. Okay, because again, I always think the worst. I try not to, but I can't help it. I always think the worst, and then I'm just like, I'm a mama bear, and I'm like, this is my family. What did I get us into? Because I was like, really like, okay, let's go, let's do this. Miles, I need these. I send the kids back to Jersey all the time. Let's go, let's get these miles. Yes, let's go. what's the catch? No catch. No catch. Okay, cool. Okay. That's the third time they said no catch. It's nothing. What they said is what it is. Okay, cool. He comes back with our flights. Babe is looking at the flights and she's like, you have 2 people on this flight and 2 people on this flight. So the flights are not the same. And it's a layover in Atlanta. Sir, excuse me, is this thing on? Sir, we had a direct flight from Fort Lauderdale to Vegas. Now you're telling us we have to go 2 separate flights from Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta and then Atlanta to Vegas. Nope, see, this is not what they said. This is not what they said at the counter. We had a direct flight. We gave up our seats. I think it was like a football team or whatever. We gave up our seats. We weren't even in danger of being bumped because, like I said in the beginning of the video, we checked in at 10:30. Our flight wasn't until 8. So they go in sequence. So when they tell you to be there 2 hours before your flight to check in, it really makes sense to do that just in case they overbook. And I know Spirit is not the only airline who overbooks, but just follow me, okay? They go in some type of sequence order. I don't even know how to explain it because I don't even think I have my old ticket. But anyway, the sequence is the earlier you checked in, the lower your number on the sequence. Perfect example. Like I said again, we checked in at around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Our sequence numbers were like 054, 061, something like that, right? While we were at the counter trying to get the fine print from the customer service representative at the gate, this guy walks up and he was like, so the flight is oversold. He's like, yes, sir, the flight is oversold. He's like, I paid for my seats. And I'm looking at him like, well, everybody paid for their seats, sir. Like, what? Who are you? Like, everybody paid for their seats, and yeah, so I mean, deal with it. He's like, I paid for my seats, we are all checked in. So he looks at his paper and he was like, sir, did you just check in? He was like, I've been here for about an hour. His number was 198. His sequence number was 198 compared to ours, which was 064. So what he started explaining to him was, if we don't have enough volunteers, you're at the end of the sequence, so you might be bumped. So it's kind of like, either volunteer or just get bumped. I don't know how it's set up. I've never been bumped from a flight because I don't like to be late, so I try to get there at least 2 hours before to avoid anything like this, especially when I'm traveling with my kids, because I just feel like it's just the responsible thing to do. Like, get there on time. Like, why are you late? And yada 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 yada. Okay, so we're at the counter, we're talking to the man. He gave us these flights with the layover in Atlanta. No, sir, it's not gonna work for us. We need a direct flight tomorrow where all 4 of us are on one flight. We were all on one flight. Can you make that happen? I just need to make this right because this wasn't the agreement. I would have never took this deal if I knew we were all going to be on the same flight. He leaves, he comes back. Guess what? I have a flight leaving from Miami. It's a little bit later, but I can get you guys all on the same flight. That's what I'm talking about. All on the same flight, leaving from Miami, going to Vegas, direct flight. Awesome. I'm happy we took the deal. It worked out perfectly. I mean, not perfectly because just not, but if you have to be inconvenienced, why not get something out of the deal? I mean, it's not our fault you guys oversold the flight. And I was telling Babe, I don't think things like this happen intentionally. Like, I don't think these airlines just like intentionally overbook these flights. I'm not even going to say that because I feel like it's computerized. So it's like, if the computer knows you have 300 seats on the airplane, why would you book 310? Because they were overbooked by 10. So they needed 10 volunteers to get off the plane. But luckily, 4 people, while we were standing there, 4 people who showed up after the door had closed, and she was like, yeah, you're not on this flight. You have to get on another flight. And with Spirit, if you miss your flight, you basically USOL. So yeah, so that was that, and that was my story time on what's going on here in Fort Lauderdale. I'm not a Spirit spokesperson. I don't have anything negative to say about them. Like I said, I've flown with Spirit plenty of times. I buy the extra seats. I'm not a big person where I can't fit in the little seats, but I feel like anytime I'm coming from the East Coast going back home to Vegas, I get restless. My legs get restless, and I just need to stretch and bend and everything else. So I don't mind Spirit at all. And yeah, that's it. That's basically what my story time is. Basically all I had to say about that. And you guys have a beautiful day. Make sure you stay tuned for the rest of the vacation vlog. I have more videos. I will make sure I link the very first video in the description bar. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Also send me some suggestions, videos you want to see, vlogs you want to see, yeah, hauls you want to see, anything. Okay, thank you guys. Deuces, 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 deuces. 8.